What did you just say? What are you talking about? Have you ever heard someone say something like that? If you have, it means they're not communicating well. Hello friends, my name is Fred. Communication is one of the most important traits to have in the workplace. In fact, it's ranked number 1. And it's also ranked among the top 5 predictors of breakups in relationships. So knowing how to communicate is critical. It's not just knowing what to say, it's knowing the what, the how, the when, the who, and the how. And over the next 5 weeks, we're going to be unpacking this one by one to look at what sets effective communicators apart from those who do not. Knowing or having something to say does not make you an effective communicator. What? Yes, I've heard people who say, well, I'm just a very direct person and I'm just going to say it like it is. Yes, there is nothing wrong with being direct. But just because that thought popped into your head does not mean you should say it. There's a saying, there's a quote that even a fool is considered wise when they keep their mouths shut. Another one is better to be quiet and be considered a fool or to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Ouch! The Bible also talks about being slow to speak and being quick to listen. What are you saying? Do you even have to say it? Well, I'm just a direct person. I'm just a straight shooter. Yes, be a straight shooter, but in this day of social media and how quickly communication spreads, I've seen people, whether in the pulpit or in politics or in the workplace, say things and having to come back and retract or backtrack or recant what they said because it didn't land the way they expected it to go. So, yes, be a straight shooter, be a direct person, but just because that thought pops into your head does not mean you should open your mouth and say. See, even the fish in the water will not get caught if it keeps its mouth shut. And that's a metaphor. So think about that today. What do you have to say today? And do you even have to say it just because it pops into your head? Play by the rules. In this free society in which we live, one of the the perks of being in a society like this is, in a democratic society, is that freedom of speech. But is it really freedom if it comes back to bite you, or if it gets you into trouble later, if you have to come back and retract it or recant it because you said something that you shouldn't have said? Thanks for tuning in, my friend. We're going to come back next week. We're going to look at the who, the how, the when, and the where. Until then, think on these things.